Good afternoon, everybody. Respected chairperson, co-chairperson, distinguished guests and speakers, it is my pleasure and privilege really to say something on Tagore's poetry, which is really a vast sea of positivism and humanism. Now, I also like to mention the name of Professor Dr. Nilanjana Shannal, my revered teacher. She has done extensive researches in the same methodology. Rabindranath Tagore has been appreciated all over the world as one of the greatest thinkers. His writings are intermingled with positivism and humanism. In this paper, Tagore's contributions in the arena of music and poetry are explored in the light of psychodynamic psychology. The heart never becomes indifferent to a rose. Tagore found we are related to the universe in three ways: by necessity, by knowledge, and also by a pure emotional and intuitional union with it. Tagore viewed consciousness, which include psychological as well as metaphysical notions. According to Tagore, consciousness has its objective and subjective aspects. Objective aspects refer to knowledge, information, and perception of events. Subjective aspect means phenomenal experience. Paradoxical awareness and subliminal perception, Tagore experienced it, and these are reflected in his songs and poetry. Paradoxical awareness is a kind of knowing without knowing, and subliminal perception means that human beings might be influenced by objects and events of which they have no subjective awareness. Tagore's experience of spirituality is a function of soul in which all knowledge is rooted. The soul is the greatest of all cosmic miracles. It is the condition of the world as an object. Upanishadic singular consciousness is echoed in Tagore's poetry. We can utter, the color of my consciousness turned emerald to green, ruby turned crimson. I looked up to the sky, the light was lit. Across to the east and west, I looked at the roses, said beautiful, they became beautiful. According to Shannal, there is increasing evidence that many people who experience extraordinary states of consciousness accompanied by various emotional, perceptual, and psychosomatic experiences are actually undergoing an evolutionary crisis. She has also stated, group used the terms spiritual emergence and spiritual emergency to refer to this profound personal transformation. Such personal transformation are evidenced in Tagore's poetry. Tagore's quest for spirituality is marked by his eternal pursuit of realizing his essential unity with the infinite. According to him, consciousness is the light by the help of which we travel along our path of life. Spiritual life is the emancipation of consciousness. When the veil is removed, we not only see the fleeting forms of the world, but also come too close to its eternal being, which is ineffable beauty. Union with higher power is revealed in the following poetry of Tagore. The time that my journey takes is long and the way of it long. I came out on the chariot of the first gleam of light and pursued my voice through the wilderness of the worlds, leaving my track on many a star and planet. In the song we find, when the heart is hard and perched up, come upon me with a shower of mercy. When grace is lost from life, come with a burst of song. Again we hear, have you not heard his silent steps? He comes, ever comes. A feeling of eternity and oneness with the universe resounds in the hearts of the romantic poets. This encompasses a peculiar feeling, a sense of eternity, a feeling as of something limitless, unbounded, as if it were oceanic. Freud understands this oceanic feeling as being a feeling of an inducible bond of being one with the external world. Feeling of gratitude with higher power is also pronounced in Tagore's poetry. Thou hast made me endless, such is thy pleasure. This frail vessel thou emptiest again and again, and fillest it ever with fresh life. This is my prayer to thee. My Lord, strike at the root of penury in my heart. Give me the strength lightly to bear my joys and sorrows. Give me the strength to make my love fruitful and service. Tagore has shown a process of reforming the psyche as a form of self-healing. The mastery and speciality of Tagore lie in that by his extraordinary creation, he could convey his unique experiences and impart sense of spirituality amongst his readers. In Reminiscences he has written, from infancy I had been seeing only with my eyes. Now I began to sing with the whole of my consciousness. I sensed the fathomless depths of the eternal well of joy, from which numberless sprays of laughter fly and scatter throughout the world. Life was full of pathos and strays to Tagore. Tagore remains preoccupied with the irrecoverable losses, but finally has felt soothing thought spring out of human suffering. He didn't grieve, rather find strength in what remains behind. The poet has gained abundant pleasure from the natural world, knowing nature never did betray. Psychodynamically, by identifying an introjecting mother figure, he felt the most enduring human passion, serenity. Thus, despite the barriers of time and space, nation and race, Tagore as an affectionate father may embrace the fellow human beings most endearingly. The sense of oceanic wonder, the most sublimated expression of the self-transcending emotion, is the root of Tagore's creation. A rose fills one with world is evoked among human beings. They are overjoyed. Art awakens a sense of real by establishing an intimate relationship between our inner being and the universe at large, bringing us a consciousness of deep joy. The emotion expressed in such creations reveal the universal characteristics of psychospirituality. According to Freud, the artist loses in his dreams what is personal about him and makes it possible for others to save enjoyment, to derive consolation and alleviation from their own sources of pleasures in their unconscious. Tagore has dedicated his extraordinary vision to Lord of Life. Music, the greatest good that mortals know, and all of heaven we have below. Now we find psychologist Freud has said melody is an only expression of our heart's suppressed and unfulfilled desires. All forms of art and literature, a sublimation of unsatisfied libido. Queen may develop into music, bubbling into clear articulation. Psychologist Cohort says, music is an extraverbal mode of mental functioning which permits a specific subtle regression to preverbal experience while at the same time socially and aesthetically acceptable. The poet says that entire human life is a song strung to the music of spheres, the songs created by poets teach us to chant inaugural sloks early at dawn, the respect that is born of courage, the quest for the meaning of life, the secret told in solitude echoes the message contained in Upanishads. I conclude, Tagore has dedicated his extraordinary vision to Lord of Life, and we can conclude by uttering his following lines. In one salutation to thee, my God, let all my senses spread out and touch this world at thy feet. Thank you.